Guys, I want to tell you about our friends over at Frostbuddy. It is drinkware engineered to keep your beverages exactly how you want them. Whether you're heading out for an adventure or just powering through your day, Frostbuddy's flagship product, the Universal Buddy, replaces the need for multiple can coolers by fitting virtually every 12-ounce and 16-ounce can bottle you drink, sodas and seltzers to coffee and sparkling water, all in a single versatile design. Constructed with high quality double walled stainless steel and thoughtful features like a flexible silicone lid and a tapered shape that fits most cup holders, Frostbuddy keeps drinks cold for 12 hours and hot for up to 6 hours. So you get consistent temperature control, whether it's an iced drink on a hot afternoon or a hot coffee on the drive to work. Built to last, field tested for durability, and backed by a 30-day return policy, Frostbuddy makes everyday moments from tailgates and beach days to backyard cookouts and commutes more enjoyable. Going over and click the link below and use promo code SSS15 to get 15% off of your first purchase when you visit our friends over at frostbuddy.com. And when you use that promo code SSS15. Are you tired of spending upwards of $7 to $8 on coffees that are full of sugar and high in fat? Well, look no further than Chike Nutrition, the brand redefining what coffee can do for your day. Chike Nutrition combines the rich, familiar taste of real coffee with 20 grams of high-quality protein and the energy of 2 shots of espresso, giving you both fuel and function in every scoop. Available in a variety of crave-worthy flavors like mocha, caramel, vanilla, and many more, Chike delivers smooth, cafe-style iced coffee that mixes instantly with water or your favorite milk, with no clunky blender or complicated prep needed. Each serving is designed to be low in sugar, packed with protein, and loaded with real espresso, so that you can get a sustained energy boost that helps power your morning, workout, or busy afternoon without the crash that comes from sugary coffee drinks. Whether you're looking for better nutrition in your coffee routine or a smarter way to stay energized and full longer, Chike makes it simple. Scoop, shake, sip, and enjoy. If you want to take advantage of the new year and get in the best shape of your life, click the link below and get yourself 10% off of your first order over at ChikeNutrition.com. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the month of July is finally upon us. Do you know what that means? Correct. It's media days. And the beauty about media days is that there's always going to be a hot topic moment. There's always going to be something to talk about within the state of the conference. That's inevitable. Of course it is. But when Big 12 Media Days kicked off today, did it start off explosive? Abso-freaking-lutely. We got some great sound bites, by the way, from today. A lot that we will talk about later on in the show. But apart from that, what else did we get? It doesn't seem like there's a lot of questions that have been answered as of now. It's been kind of stupid, mostly. Very quiet, apart from the few funny clips that we've seen from Deion Sanders not being in the football game, in the college football game, from the rest of college football, from Brett Yormark and his comments on the Brennan Sorsby situation. Very quiet on that. We'll get to that in a little bit. The comments he made about Texas Tech and why it just seems like they're signaling out Texas Tech when there's other teams in the conference that doesn't seem to be getting the same treatment. What do we take away from that? We'll talk about that and more. But anyways, guys, we are live. This is the Southern Sports Scene. We are live on YouTube, live on Twitter, and live on Facebook. Make sure you all do us a favor. Hit the like, share, and subscribe down below. Turn on the bell notifications so that you are notified every time we go live, posting a video or posting a short on the Southern sports scene. Every live show, every live stream is brought to you by our good friends over at Frostbuddy. Guys, do us a favor. Click the link below. Go on over to our friends at frostbuddy.com. Use our promo code at checkout, SSS15, to get 15% off your first purchase. That's code SSS15 to get 15% off your first purchase. We also want to thank our friends at Chike Nutrition. 20 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, 1 gram of sugar for every scoop of Chike Nutrition product. And as always, guys, we are loving and absolutely loving our collaboration with our good friends over at the Buzzer Network. Download the app today to see if you can become a verified creator today. My apologies. All right. My apologies. Just had some stuff that just kind of popped up with breaking news. All right. Let's get into what we got to talk about today. So Big 12 Media Days kicked off earlier today, and there was quite a bit when it comes to a lot that we got to see throughout the day. But let me just tell you, Brett Yormark's opening press conference started on the state of the conference right now. And to say that things got a little bit messy, a little chippy at times, sure, you could say that. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at one of these questions. So there's a couple things I want to react to, just a couple clips that I saw throughout the game, or not throughout the game, but throughout the conference and throughout his session that I thought was interesting. So let's take a look at one of those clips, shall we? So this media member came out and asked him a question about the situation with Texas Tech getting banned from throwing tortillas out on the field and all this other crazy stuff. And then Oklahoma State has those clappers, but they're not banned, and all this other BS and whatnot. There's the Brennan Sorsby situation. And basically what he's trying to say is he feels like Texas Tech is getting called out for a lot of things that other teams in the Big 12 are kind of to themselves about. It's worded poorly, and in my opinion, this could have been handled a lot better.
Sean Dillon, Rocket Brigade. Commission, Texas Tech got fined over tortillas, and tortillas were banned outright. OSU paddles broke an always maker rule, has a tradition exemption. Sorsby never played a snap for the Red Raiders. Big 12 sued them anyway, while Cincinnati hasn't been yet touched. You're selling greater than 12. Why should Texas Tech fans believe it?
That's where it kind of lost me there, was that he said, you're selling greater than 12. That's why should Texas Tech fans believe you? That's where you kind of lost me. Is he keep, because when he said greater than 12, it didn't make sense. And I don't think anybody really understood the question, which kind of warranted the response taken from Yormark. But again, look at the guys in the background. This guy's rubbing his eyes. This guy was kind of groaning a little bit.
snap for the Red
He was so tired of this BS, bro. But anyways.
Texas Tech fans believe it.
Can you sit? Let me come closer to you. Stand up. Ask that question again, and I'm going to give you the answer I want to give you. So go ahead.
Texas Tech got fined for tortillas, and tortillas were banned outright. OSU has had paddles that were given a noisemaker exemption back in 2012. Sorsby never played a snap for the Red Raiders, and yet there's a lawsuit. Cincinnati has yet to be touched. You're selling greater than 12. Why should Texas Tech fans believe them?
No, I didn't say greater than 12. You misquoted me. I said we're going forward as 16 strong, and that's my answer to your question. But thank you for that question. Appreciate it.
So that was an interesting exchange. And I don't really know. It was really, really odd the way that it was addressed. But look, the way that the question was addressed could have been better. Absolutely could have been a lot better. But I get what his point was. But here's the thing. And I love this comment by a fan, by an Oklahoma State fan that was put out there. And it makes a lot of sense. Has a paddle ever been thrown onto the field? No. Do the paddles have to stop once the quarterback is under center? Yes. Are any items allowed to be thrown onto the field? No. Has the Big 12 done anything to sanction or punish Texas Tech over Sorsby? No, because they did it themselves. Does Texas Tech want the Big 12 to sanction Texas Tech and Cincy over Sorsby? Probably not. But do I believe that the Big 12 drug Texas Tech through the mud? Yes. Do I think that there were moments where you wish that the Big 12 would have stood up for their own? Yes. But here's the thing. Texas Tech put themselves into a horrible situation and handled this Sorsby situation worse than you could have imagined. Obviously, they're a part of this conference, so they had to take action. It's not a point of targeting Texas Tech because, listen, if they were targeting Texas Tech the entire time, we wouldn't be talking about Texas Tech being a member of the Big 12 conference for so long. And by the way, this was a team that made the college football playoff and was a top 4 seed last year. This is one of the premier schools of the conference. In fact, it's really the premier school of the conference. So for him to say that, oh, they're signaling out, it's bullshit. And I don't mean to cuss and I don't mean to get on, here and just kind of rant like I do sometimes. But I can't get behind a question like this. It was worded poorly, number one. So, look, this whole situation is so insane. It's weird. It was never handled properly by the Big 12 or Texas Tech at the end of the day. So, I don't know, man. It's such a weird situation and it's so complex. I don't really have the answers right now. But in my opinion, the Big 12 put themselves into this position because of the circumstances surrounding this whole ordeal. And honestly, it's nobody else's fault but Texas Tech themselves. But after that, or actually, I think before that, one of the opening questions that was addressed to Brett Yormark was the talk about the Sorsby situation, which we knew that this was going to get brought up. We knew it. We had no doubt in our minds that this was going to be brought up at the end of the day. So, first of all, Texas Tech took the headlines all day. All right, really fast. I'm going to take a call. We got Caden the Diesel Freak once again. Caden, what's up, man?
The whole Brendan Sorsby thing, I knew that that whole BS was, that whole shenanigans should not have never happened in the first place, quite frankly.
Well, Brendan Sorsby screwed himself when he started to gamble, and then when
that's what I said.
This is on both Cincinnati and this is on Texas Tech because they both knew about the situation. Everything didn't come to light until the beginning of May. So when this happened, that's when he decides to check into rehab, and it was handled so poorly by Texas Tech.
Everybody knew that
going to get away with the blame with this because this all came out because Texas Tech is a national powerhouse, and they paid the man over $5 million to go to Lubbock. So it's on Texas Tech, and they're going to be the talk of media days for today and tomorrow, which I'm actually very excited about.
Oh, yeah. And quite frankly, the whole Brendan Sorsby thing with Cincinnati and even Texas Tech is just a whole lot of BS. And this is another example of why college football can be screwed up these days. Because they're going to spend a whole lot of money on student athletes. And then there's some cases, like Brendan Sorsby, where they make stupid decisions. Which I can quite frankly say, I'm glad I'm not a student athlete. I am dang glad I'm not a student athlete at Texas Tech, nor my even alma mater, Ohio State. And I'm dang sure I'm glad I'm not at Oregon. Because a lot of that money, I tell people, money is the problem. That's the root of all this whole BS and shenanigans.
It's going to get worse when this new proposal comes by where you're going to have a legal tampering week.
And that's more bull crap that they're starting to put out, which I can quite frankly say this bull crap needs to stop.
So do you know what that means, Caden?
I do, quite frankly, but I don't know the full term definition.
So the thing with this whole week-long tampering, it's a proposal that's currently it's on the desk of the NCAA. If this is passed, you have a whole week of college football coaches that are going to basically pick up the phone, talk to whoever athlete is or not really available. They could be at another freaking school. It could be they could call Jeremiah Smith right now. He's contactable. There is no do not contact tag on him, and they can give him the highest number, and it turns into an auction house for the best available player. That's essentially what this will be for a whole week, right after the portal window closes.
Which I'm saying that this crap needs to come to an end.
This is the new college football we live in now, Caden, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, there's some of us that like old school traditional football, and at that knew that this whole money shenanigan and all this bull crap was going to end up in the toilet.
Well, Caden, too, with
it's
expansion,
not just in the toilet,
91% of the fan base of college football does not want expansion. Do you think they care?
No.
I didn't think so. Caden, I got to roll, man. Thank you for hopping on in. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
All right. Got a very special guest with us today. We're going to pause our Sorsby talk for the moment. He is now the new defensive coordinator for the Gulf Coast Raiders. Really excited to get him on. He went live yesterday on Facebook for those of you that watched. So this is a pretty significant guest, pretty known on around the New Orleans area. Welcome in, Coach Darren Burns. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I can't
Sorry,
complain,
I'm
brother.
just getting off of work, so I'm in the truck.
I can tell. I thought you were getting off at 8.
Yeah, I got off a few minutes early so I could try to make this happen for you.
So I wanted to ask you this because you went live yesterday, and I figured, you know what, this is a good opportunity for you. I know you kind of cleared the air a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the decision. What led at the end of the day for you to go with Coach Shane to the Raiders?
Well, me and Shane, past 5 years, man, when you see him, you see me coaching, that's first off. But, like I tried explaining, EJ's still at Cardinal Land, and so was Coach D. So, I mean, me and Shane had no chance of moving up, so at the end of the day, I at least got to interview, for the defensive coordinator position for the Raiders. And me and Shane was already with the Raiders, man. We just going back home,
Mm-hmm. What led? So you and Shane have been together 9 years. Just talk to me about that relationship that you guys have had.
So Josh Heppel, who is the owner of the Raiders, he put me and Shane together, and we kicked it off the first day talking football and laughing about some stuff. Because there he is right there.
What's up,
But
Coach Shane?
me and Shane didn't even know each other. When Josh set us up, we had a team that we didn't know even the name, the colors, the players. Well, they knew some of the players because Josh also owned the Dragons. Right, Shane? He owned the Dragons, right?
No.
Oh, well, there you go.
He didn't own the Dragons. That was another gentleman who owned the Dragons. But Josh pretty much was an owner while I was there because Josh funded everything and did everything out of his pocket.
Right. So that's when me and Shane, got together and, as a group, me, him, and Josh decided, the Raiders and stuff like that. And of course, Shane loves that because those of you that know Shane, he's a big time Raiders fan. NFL, look, yeah, you can see the Genty jersey in the back. I'm thinking it's
What
only
you
had.
think of your Raiders this upcoming year?
Hey,
Can y'all get to 500 at least?
Man, look, if we win 7 games this year, I'm happy, man. That's just a start because we still need some pieces, bro. We got to get a good wide receiving core. But I think we got some great pieces on defense.
Bruh, y'all need another edge rusher outside Max Crosby.
You don't think we got guys? You don't think Kuntz can be that guy?
I'm not saying that he can be that guy. I think you need more veteran leadership alongside.
Yeah, well, that's where you got to look at what we brought in. We brought in the Quay Walker. We brought in those guys like that on the defensive side. You know what I mean? That's going to bring that talent. N'Kobe Dean and stuff like that.
I mean, I get that, but you also have to look at where you are on the other side with the edge presence.
Well, I mean, and that's why I say if we get 7 wins, I'm happy with that. It's not going to fix itself overnight.
Right.
That's for sure, especially with a rookie quarterback.
No.
You know,
I definitely agree on that. So, Coach
I
Shane,
have
I asked
high
Darren
expectations in 2 years.
What'd you say?
No, I said I got high expectations for him in about 2 years.
That's a heck of a window. They could turn. Hey, if they turned into what C.J. Stroud was in his rookie year, I think they have a better building block to build off of than the Texans do, because the Texans have no offensive line.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
That was one of the big things with the Raiders this offseason, man. Bringing in Tyler Linderbaum.
Yes.
You had to. And some people say we overpaid for him. If it works out, then we may have looked back and say we could have paid him more if we wanted to.
Right.
So,
Coach Shane, I asked Darren this earlier before you popped on. Just talk to me about the decision that ultimately led you to deciding we're going back home. We're going back to the Raiders. I know that you already have a good relationship with Josh. I know about just everything that happened. I was a firsthand experience to it. I thought we had a great season this past year. I knew that obviously there was going to be changes. I didn't expect you guys to return. You guys obviously made it clear you wanted to advance further. That's why we're here right now. So just kind of detail that a little bit for me from your perspective.
Yeah. I mean, so basically, just look at the way it ended, man. You know, you go undefeated, you lose in the championship season. It's one of those things. I think if we would have won, then you know, EJ would have had something to really think about as far as stepping away. You know, when that head coaching vacancy opens up. But with the way the season ends, I mean, he's a I've known EJ since I was in school, man. He's a competitor too, bro. And there was nothing in me that felt like he was going to step away. There's nothing in me. If I'm in his shoes, I'm saying I'm not coming back for another one. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, in talking with the people that matter over there, they kind of felt the same way and they were giving it time. Once the season ended, I gave it about, you know, 48, 72 hours. Let it sink in type thing, I guess you could say. Once the game was over, it was over for me. 2027 started when the clock hit zero. So whether it was going to be on that side of the ball, or I'm sorry, on that side with the Cardinals, or it was going to be with another organization, I did put it out there, free agent, and had multiple opportunities from Tennessee to Alabama to Louisiana and Mississippi. So the thing with that is, you know, I had to weigh my options and look at what I had, look at what would be there in the general vicinity as far as talent wise, and you know, the Raiders really stood out. You got to look at the things that they do have. They have a lot of sponsors in place already. They have a great football field. You know, it's the amenities that come with it too. You know, I'm not going to sit here and have to build the team plus the organization. You know what I'm saying? I can focus on football. So there's obviously with the head coaching position, there's certain things outside of football that you're going to be involved with, things like that, decision making on certain things, and I'm okay with that. I just didn't want to have to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? So the decision came down to, you know, okay, the opportunity's there for me, but it's a package deal when you get me. You know, and that's just what it is. For the last 4+ years, Darren's coached with me. Shag has coached, you know, every chance that I've gotten as well. And, you know, that was understood and welcomed with open arms. So it really made that decision a lot easier. And that's what it was. So as soon as I accepted the position, it was a quick turnaround, man. It was you know, I let it linger for a little bit. I made phone calls. I called Darren. I called Shag. We had meetings. We talked about things. We had meetings with the owner, with Josh. And, you know, I started with the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like, it's not a new team to me.
Right.
There's new things there for sure, 100%. The amenities, the things that these guys have gotten. You know, Nani has helped come on this last season and help the team get certain things, and it's really set the organization ahead very quickly. And the things that Josh has done, you know, in the community and things like that, it's really pushed forward. You know, a 3 or 4 year process that he usually takes, they got it done in 1 year. So it made that decision pretty simple to me. Let's go back home, and that's what it was.
That's what I thought too. I think there's a big reason why people are kind of mad about the whole situation is because it happened so quickly. And I
Yeah,
understand that. But here's where I'm at. I have no dog in this fight. I'm just
no,
here because I like the game of football and I just like to play the game.
yeah,
That's why I joined. I just wanted to play. Because I
yeah,
didn't care all the BS that happened outside of that or anything that happened within the organization. As long as I got to play the game of football, that's all that mattered to me. And I got to be able to do that this past year.
yeah. And look, man, by no means, you got Coach Rob over there. You know, bro, I'm gonna be cool with Rob. I'm gonna be cool with all the guys. That if you're cordial with me and I'm cordial with you, like, bro, this is football, man. We got lives outside of football. This ain't the end all be all for us. You know what I'm saying? Just because we're gonna play against each other, that just means I don't like you for 60 minutes of my life. That's all that
Right.
means. It doesn't mean I don't like you for the rest of it. You know, and I mean, it's just one of those things, man. I think the adults in this can separate some things. Players are a little pissed and mad about certain things, and I get it. People think it was quick, but I'm also not a guy that's going to sit here and dick around. I'm not going to give you, weeks to make a decision on something. I'm not gonna. I ain't got time for that. I value my time, and my time moves. You know what I mean? I got to do stuff now. We're in July. If our season would have ended earlier, yeah, I probably could have gave it a month and a half, 2 months. But we made it to the championship. I didn't have very much time to turn around and get a roster together and get all this stuff together because I mean we're practicing in October. So that's the thing about it, man. And the one thing that I think is getting missed here is there some Cardinal players coming? Yeah, it is. And a key additions to the coaching staff, 100%. You got myself, Darren, Shag, and then you look at Neil on the offensive line. I mean, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Water boy.
And then, and then I mean, but you look at the players. A lot of players are getting stuck on just the Cardinal players. Let's not lose the fact that I got 16 players coming that play for me professionally with the Huntsville Astros.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got players coming from Pike County. I got players coming from Tennessee, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia at that, Alabama, Florida. And that's nothing different for any team I've ever coached. I've had guys from all over the place. But it's the quickness of the movement that has people, like, dang, bro, that's crazy. You just came in here to take the players. Didn't come in here to take players. Came in here to win a championship. Went undefeated. Had one of the greatest seasons in Cardinal history. That was what we came in and we did as a group collectively. EJ as a head coach on down. So you can't take that from anybody. Not EJ, not me, not Darren, not D Brown, not Rob. Not Rob Patterson, not Rob Glenn, Shane. You can't take that from any one of the coaches on that staff. I mean, you look at some of the stuff, the movements that's happened afterwards. Dominique, one of the coaches that was on the staff, her as a woman, she got offered a head coaching job for one of the flag teams at the school by her. So I mean, I'm excited.
Hey, and she's helping out with the boys' varsity.
Correct, 100%. She's helping out with
Is she coaching basketball too?
I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it. She's a grinder, bro.
Right.
I wouldn't doubt it. But that's the thing, man. A lot of people elevated out of that. So to get stuck on negativity and stuff like that, I laugh at it, man. I really do. I just laugh at it because it's complete nonsense. You look at your situation, Lucas. You came in with a camera on your shoulder. And we needed somebody to fill in and practice one day, and you got down in your stance. I said, holy shit, this guy he can do something. I said, has anybody talked to the guy? and it just went from there.
I remember you called me that night. You called me that.
Yeah. And it's like, bro, next thing you know, you got 45 on a jersey and you're wearing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things, man. There was too many great moments this season to sit here and dwell on nothing but negativity. And that's crap. It just is. Every year, teams are going to move. Players, coaches are going to move. It's free football. Guys want an opportunity to play. Give them an opportunity to play. Come out here, show what you can do. Let's just play ball, man. That's what is getting lost in all this, and that's in my opinion.
We're adults now. We're not in high school anymore.
Right.
100%.
But
if we could move in high school, half of my team would have jumped ship and went all over the place.
You know what kills me though? is they're trying to make this a Louisiana Mississippi thing. I said, I promise you, Mississippi's nowhere near in the name. It's the Gulf Coast Raiders. All right, that's just like Bayou Lacombe. That's not Louisiana Cardinals.
Right.
You get what I mean? And Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, all of these places are what? They all have the Gulf. They all on the coast of the Gulf. So that's why it smells like I couldn't do it. I can't play for you, because you're not a Louisiana team. We're a everybody team.
Well, if you actually talk to Josh, that was one of the big key reasons in taking the word Mississippi out of the name. Because he wanted to represent, even though it's based on the coast. I get that, but he wanted to represent the whole coast. I'm sorry, the whole Gulf Coast. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, I agree, Darren, 100%.
Talk to me about you two's relationship and just kind of talk about how you guys kind of met, how you guys kind of evolved, how you guys um I wouldn't necessarily say coach each other up, but just more of like y'all's relationship in the coaching circuit, I should say.
For me, meeting Darren, it actually came from Josh. Josh kind of hooked that up a few years ago, about 4 years ago. Whenever we had the opportunity to coach, he was telling me about a guy named Darren, who he thinks would be great to bring in, a good friend. And I was like, well, cool. Let's talk to him. We got on the call, talked to him for just a minute, and got off the phone call. I said, man, I really like this guy. And next thing you know, we met in person. And bro, it's been A1 since day one. We've been locked up together, not literally, but we've been linked together. I should say it like that. We've been linked together, everywhere we went, man. And that's from semi-pro to professional, back to semi-pro. It's fun when you get to coach with the people you care about. It is, and that's one thing I wouldn't change it for nothing. We have a great relationship. We can get feisty just like anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
It is, yeah. Look, it is what it is, man. But it's one of those things. It'll happen, and then 10 seconds later, it's like, all right, bro, love you, man. Let's get this going. Let's go. And that's just what it is, man. But I look at Darren like a brother to me, and that'll never change. And it's just one of those things, man. It's gonna be there. If I'm in a place and have an opportunity, and I can bring somebody with me, he's coming. And I also know that in the middle of the night, if I need something and I'm in a bind or something like that, and I pick up that phone, that's probably the first number I'm dialing. And he's never let me down. He's talked to me many mornings, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm driving home from Huntsville or something like that, falling asleep driving, and he'll wake up and talk to me for the last 30 minutes of that ride. It's just one of them things, man. He's an amazing person, and he's one of the when you say I got a handful of people I can count on, he's in that handful. When you get older, it's like if you can count on one hand the amount of friends you got, like true friends, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And he's on that list. So coaching wise, man, we're gonna push each other to be the best that we can be possibly every day. Yeah.
Yep.
Whether it comes to film, players, we discuss everything, we talk about it, we get to the bottom of it, and try to make it the best. Try to make it the best for the player and the organization.
I think that's really good. I think that's a relationship that you truly kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say didn't expect, because it comes from the coaching circuit. But I mean, I see it all the time when it comes to professionally or collegiately. There's always this one little relationship, whether it be a head coach and a DC or a head coach and an AD or offensive coordinator or whatever, that always tends to follow wherever these guys go. So I think you guys are a great example of that. and I really am looking forward to it. By the way, I'm not coming to Gulf Coast. That's too much money for me to drive back and forth from Mississippi to Baton Rouge.
Oh
Hey,
man.
well, if you're not going to come play, let me ask you a question. Maybe once or twice, can we get you out there with a camera or something?
Hey.
We'll see
There could be
because
some money involved in that. You know,
possibly.
I pay
Okay.
people in cheeseburgers. Remember
Cheeseburgers.
This is crazy.
Hey, Lucas. So what's the deal? You plan on playing again this year?
I'll be back next year for a couple games, but I'm gonna be in grad school, so we'll see. I'll be here from time to time, but probably won't play as much as I did this past year. But
Well, it'd be good to see you, Phil, man. I enjoyed you this year.
Yeah, me too.
100%. From a player to a coach, coach to a player. You know, there's nothing I did. You know, no moment that we had where I was like, well, I hated that. You know, there was moments where, hey, let's get fired up, and I had to find ways to fire you up.
like
And I
four
think-
different times. How many times did you tell me I'm gonna take your fucking ass out if you don't get down the line? Like, okay, I got the point. Thank you.
Hey,
And what I do the very next drive, I had like 2 TFLs in the championship game on that one single drive.
yep.
man. Yeah.
Hey, Lucas, we had a pretty good moment too for the documentary. You told me to sign the camera. That was pretty cool.
Thank y'all. Y'all got me a B on the documentary, which is kind of BS because
A B.
yes,
Get the hell out of here. That was an A+ all day.
I agree. Look, to be fair, if I had a freaking Netflix documentary crew with me, we'd be having an A+ right now, and this would be winning multiple Emmy awards. The problem is that when you have one camera and you have 3 educators that almost know nothing about the game of football and know nothing about this type of thing.
That's the reason.
There you go. That's the problem at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But doing that documentary was a lot of fun. I will say it was stressful at times, just thinking, how in the hell am I going to be able to do the filming and playing the game at the same time, not knowing that I would be injured for like 2 or 3 games. And it went from shit, I'm not playing to thank God because I get to film a little bit. I get to put together a little bit from the editing side of things. And it turned out really good. And I think that it really spotlighted the team in a really good light, in my opinion, because that was our main goal at the end of the day, and spotlight the different people, individuals. Because like I said in the beginning, and I mentioned this with our guy inside the lines last week, we do this for free. We're grown men. We have regular jobs. But the stories that we have that back up how we got into this situation in the first place, how we found ourselves playing or coaching semi-pro football in the first place, that makes it worthwhile. And that makes bigger headlines than the players that actually play the games. Because let's just be honest. Who is going to remember who won this championship 5 years from now, whether you win or lose? I didn't care. And I know that might not have been a great mentality for me to have, but I just wanted to play the game. That's all that mattered to me.
Well, I hated it. I hated it, just to tell you. I did not like it at all. At
I
all.
bet you
Okay?
did.
Did not like that at all, Lucas.
I know. You want to know how I know? I looked at you on the sidelines.
Look, man, here's the deal. Cards were stacked against us, but look, the Mayhem wanted it more than we did. We had some players on our team that thought that was going to be a cakewalk, people. Not playing for 7 weeks also hurt us. But the Mayhem came out and did what they needed to do to get the victory, man. I can't take nothing away from them guys. They played their asses off.
Well, and I know you said the cards are stacked against us. I think we shot ourselves in the foot more than anything. I'm not going to sit here and say any type of thing was against us or anything like that. When you go into a game, you're inside the red zone 4 times and you come away with 0 points. It's a tough game to win.
Turnover battle's like 4-1, 4-2, huh?
But yeah, we had 4 defensive turnovers. Converse returned a kickoff to the 20. I mean, it was multiple things, man. And look, there was some calls that were made that are very controversial. It is what it is. That's going to happen every football game, no matter
Every game.
Yeah.
End of the day, we had opportunities to win that game, and we didn't do it. We didn't capitalize. And there were some adjustments that should have been made, 100%. You know, I'm not a finger pointer. I'm going to sit here and say there's a lot of things that I could have done as a coach.
Yeah, I should have went to a 5 front.
I mean, it's a lot of things we can look back. You know, hindsight is 20/20. But in football, in this game, you got to sit there and you got to do it on the fly. And you got to do it. Right. You know, and now here we are sitting there looking back at it saying, yeah, we should have. Instead, we did. So that's just the way I look at it, man. You know, we got to take advantage of these opportunities to get in front of you.
Hey, look, Lucas, whether I win a championship or lose a championship or go undefeated like we did in Huntsville, ain't nobody I'd rather do it with than Shane, bro. That's just what it is. And unless I get a paying job somewhere else, wherever Shane's at, I'm there. I mean, if I get a chance to go back professional or arena or whatever, you know, and get paid, that's different. But if it's gonna be for free or for double cheeseburgers, then I'm gonna say, bro, it's me and Shane, bro. And don't forget, we got Shag with us now too, and we got Joey. So you really got 4 of us that are gonna be traveling together. We took Joey, the water boy's got to come with us.
Hey, don't leave Neil out, bro. I'm saying.
Oh, Neil too. I forgot about Neil.
Yeah, and now you throw Josh back in the mix, bro. We got we got to get a passenger van, bro.
Hey, Lucas, what I think you need to do though, really, is maybe like next year, once you're done with done with college or whatever, you need to come and film us for practices and games, and might be able to do a big documentary
on the league itself, or just on y'all?
On us. Hey, it might be on Tubi, but it'll be on TV. Oh man.
Oh man, I can just hear the old Raiders theme in my head now.
Yeah.
And you remember that dude that had that deep voice back in the old NFL films days? This is during
NFL films.
NFL films brought to you by
NFL films.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, how did you like our video that we made, Lucas?
Which one?
The video saying that we going to the Raiders that Josh started off.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Oh my gosh. So, for those of y'all watching that have no idea what we are talking about, so I know for those of y'all that just tuned in,
what's up, everybody?
Wow, this thing had almost 10,000 views on this one reel. So this is impressive. So, Darren Berna, we got Coach Shane Anderson with us, to all of our Twitter, our Facebook, and our YouTube followers. We've been talking a lot of semi-pro the last couple weeks. They are the new head coach and defensive coordinator, respectively. This was the video that came out. What was it? Sunday or no? Not last week that y'all just came out, huh?
It was Saturday. Was
Saturday?
it Sunday? No, I worked Saturday. It was Sunday.
Okay. This was the video that came out.
I take that back. It wasn't Sunday. You're right. You're 100% right, Lucas. That was on Thursday night.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so, Thursday, because we went sent Freight off.
Yep, Thursday night.
So this was the fireworks that we saw today. And I figured that this was happening. I didn't expect this video to come up.
What's going on, everybody? Mm-hmm. I wanted to come to you with a little bit of a future forecast of what's going on with the Mississippi Gulf Coast Raiders for 2027. So we've been saying that we got some big news coming and some big announcements. And, well, maybe it's time to let the cat out of the bag.
What's up, baby?
This is great.
Daddy's home.
I'm a shared.
Yeah, sorry. Daddy's home? You look so nervous looking into the camera. You just like, what's up, fellas? And the first thing that pops you, Daddy's home.
That's great.
Gulf Coast Raiders. How you feel about that?
But wait, there's
I feel
more.
pretty good about that.
I think this is only part of it though, bro. I think we got one more.
But wait, there's more.
There's another piece to this, right?
I think there's another piece to the puzzle.
Hey, bro.
What? What?
What you think, bro?
Oh.
What's up, baby? Let's get it.
Uh-oh.
Y'all ready? Come on now. My subliminal message was good.
What was the subliminal message supposed to be? Okay.
Oh, you got it now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
You're not getting a word from me out of that one.
Oh my goodness.
You know what y'all
It's
need?
all right.
Y'all need
Daddy's
an actual
home.
graphic designer. I'm tired of seeing these AI images.
Well, do it, bro. I'm the one doing them.
Right.
I've been telling y'all that I could do some graphic design or do some graphics for y'all. Are they going to be great and all? Not really. Not like AI and stuff. So y'all.
Normally I would do stuff on Canva and stuff like that, but dude, I honestly, between work, because they got me working 2 hours away, so I'm driving there every day, 2 hours there, 12-hour shift, two hours home. By the time I get home, I'm up to like midnight doing these freaking Chat GPT. You know what I'm saying? Putting it on.
I need to go to Grok then. Grok
Dude,
is a lot. Grok is crazy.
Really?
You'd be surprised. They put together some really good graphics.
I had never used that, bro. It's just I should get on there, do what I can with it. You know, try to highlight these guys, man, that's coming and stuff.
Lucas, how many people you got watching? We can't tell. We can't see no comments or nothing.
I'm trying to look on Facebook. I know that there is a good bit of people watching, but I don't know if it's up on my Facebook. I don't know what's going on. I've been having issues with trying to stream like on Facebook at times. This is literally only my second time ever streaming on Facebook, but we have like 2 people watching on YouTube, but again, we're still growing.
Hey, YouTube, 2 people watching, that's pretty good, bro, because most of the time you can't get 2 views on YouTube for a while.
I know. Twitter, I got like 25 people watching, but I mean, you can get anybody to watch as long as you have the right algorithm and the right messaging at the end of the day. But that's what it's any closing thoughts for us just before we let you guys go for the night?
You got anything there?
Hey man, it's nothing personal. Let's just end it on that. It's nothing personal. Shane said, we only dislike you for 60 minutes. For me, it's a week. All right. I have hate week. It's what it is. But I wish my guys over at the Cardinals the best. Hope they have a successful season, except when they play us. That's it.
For me, with all the shit talking, I'm gonna say keep it coming. It's just fire for the fuel, and for them 60 minutes, it's 1,000% personal. Because I don't give a shit how you feel about it. It's I'm running it up as much as I can, and I'm knocking your block off as much as I can. It is what it is. That's not directed at Cardinals. That's directed at anybody who wants to step on the field with us.
That's the whole league.
Yeah, I don't really care. So it's going to be a good offseason. It's going to be a busy offseason. We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of talented players coming in. I'm looking forward to getting to work with these guys, man, for a successful 2027 season. And to everybody out there watching, man, hey, just keep looking, man. We news is going to drop every day, and it's going to keep coming, and I'm going to keep it coming. That's for sure. Cheeseburgers for everybody. You want to join? We got
baby.
We got cheeseburgers. Daddy came
Lucas,
home
if
with
you come, we got you a double.
Oh my gosh, a double cheeseburger.
Hey,
Throw in some fries for me. I'll probably.
Hey, fries and maybe some bacon, bro, but you're pushing it, man.
hey. No bacon.
No bacon.
No
Shit.
bacon.
You get a double
bacon.
cheeseburger, you get a small fry, small drink.
Wow.
Can you beat that?
Refills as I want.
Nah, I'm right.
Sign the paper.
Ready.
Let's go.
How'd I do?
Nah, man, hey, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I appreciate you having us on, man, for real,
I
Lucas.
stand up to do it.
It was definitely fun coming on here with you, man. And
Definitely.
I definitely appreciate you having us on here, dude. For real.
Yeah,
Wish nothing but the best for you, brother. For real, going forward, on and off the field, whatever it may be, you got a bright future ahead of you, man. For real, and I'm proud of you. Just want to tell you that for real.
Yeah, man, you got my number. You need anything?
I got you. Hey, appreciate it, fellas. I'm telling y'all, next year is probably it for me. I'm glad I got to play 2 years of ball outside of college and high school. I really appreciate y'all for coaching me. Look forward to talking to y'all. Love y'all.
Love you, man.
If y'all need anything.
Bro.
Appreciate you.
All right, baby.
All right. That's Coach Darren Burns and Coach Shane Anderson joining us as part of our series here on the Southern sports scene. Look, glad that we had this talk, man. I'm glad that the air was clear. Glad we got to talk some ball. It's a lot of fun. Make no mistake about that. And I'm glad that the air was cleared up on it, but to each his own at the end of the day. All right. Continuing on with our Big 12 Media Day stuff. Listen, Texas Tech's not dodging any smoke. They haven't. Texas Tech head coach Joey McGuire, he reaffirmed his desire to play Texas. He says, we're ready to go right now. We'll play them tomorrow. We don't need any film study. They've got a great football team. They're one of the best in the country. Listen, we'll see. I don't know about where they are right now when it comes to that side of the ball. I don't know where they are when it comes to them stepping on the field and being in the same window as Texas. I don't know if it's going to happen this year. I hope it does. I know that it'll be a little bit of a late season type of thing, but I highly doubt that this is. But we'll see. I really do hope that they do it. All right. Another thing that I wanted to highlight from Big 12 Media Days was this. I have been talking about Colorado a lot more than I should be. The biggest thing that I have noticed is that this team is such a freaking joke. Julian Lewis got on ESPN and said this.
Year to now.
My play, I'm actually looking at the defenses now. Last year we wasn't really looking at defense as much, just kind of high school free ball and just out there playing football. But, you know, it's a lot bigger than that now, so it should be fun.
So you're telling me that y'all didn't have Sunday morning film? Y'all act like, oh, my God, this is high school. Oh, my God, we got to have film at Saturday morning or da-da-da-da-da. Guys, every college football program has film on Sunday. If you're telling me that Colorado doesn't, which I have not confirmed they do or do not, but the way that he's talking makes me think otherwise. It makes me think they were never locked in at all last year. It makes me think that this team is still the joke that they have been. Guys, there's a reason why I'm not sold on Colorado this year. It's because of BS that I see right there. Straight up. This team is such a freaking joke. This team does not give a crap. Does not give a crap about what they want for their future. They don't care. They don't. This team is a social media clout chasing team. You want to know why? How many freaking programs around college football do you see with a damn backplate that has their social media handle on? You're not a serious program. You never have been. Even with Deion coming in with his Louis and his Versace on. They don't care. They don't care. Deion got two things that helped that program. They got to a bowl game. Okay. That's fine. Great. You got to one. What else did you do? You haven't done anything. You have one winning season in your 3 years as head coach. You have one winning season in 3 years as a head coach at Colorado. And were you really even impressive in 2024? This is your record against top 25 teams in college football. This is your record. We're before that. Even before that, this is your record in conference play. You went 7-2 in the Big 12 in 2024. I actually had you an early favorite to maybe steal a position to be in the Big 12 title. I thought down the stretch they were playing really good football, and then they blew it to Kansas. If they wouldn't have lost to Kansas, they're playing in the Big 12 championship. They are. They tied for first atop the Big 12. Do I think they would have won the Big 12 title? No, absolutely not. But that team was continuing to improve. But things change. But since 2023, this is their record in Big 12 play, or in Big 12/Pac-12 play. They're 9-18 in conference play. 7 of those wins came in 2024. Since 2023, this is their record against top 25 teams. They're 2-9 against top 25 teams. The only 2 wins being against TCU and against Iowa State. This team is not good. Straight up. They're not. They're just not. They should have lost to Baylor 2 years ago. They weren't good. They had one conference win last year. And I get it that was a young team. But this year is make or break for Deion. If he does not have a bowl-eligible season, this is it. That's all for him. Then that's all they wrote. This team has got to find a rhythm from an offensive standpoint, or they will not be successful. I don't know what you do. You have a lot of guys that transferred out of Colorado. And you know what has happened since then, since they transferred out? They've gotten better. Jordan Seaton is a bona fide All-American, but he left because that place was horrible for him. He wants to go someplace where, number one, he can win. Number two, he can be developed into a top 15 talent, which I believe he should be. So I'm just putting that out there. But the BS that goes on behind the scenes is worse. So this is Colorado for you guys in a nutshell. But that's going to do it for tonight, guys. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe down below. Turn on the bell notifications so that you are notified every time